When it comes to data, the faster you can turn this into this, the faster you can understand and use it all to make your business run better. With Microsoft Power BI, you can quickly connect to data, prep it, model and visualize as much or as little as you like. Then securely share insights. Even embed it all into your app or website. To get started, download the free Power BI desktop application and hop right in. Soon you'll be connecting to hundreds of data sources on-premise or in the cloud, like Excel, Salesforce, Google Analytics, social networks, even IoT devices to get real-time information, and turning all that data into live interactive visuals. When you get the hang of that, upgrade to Pro. You'll need that to start collaborating freely, creating dashboards that deliver a 360-degree real-time view of your business, control how your data is accessed and used, and to package and deliver your stunning new content to users with apps of their own. The premium version is for really scaling up across larger enterprises and embedding content past your own digital properties without per-user licenses. And one more thing, want it all on mobile so you can react to changes on the fly? Here you go. With Power BI, we make it easy to always be in compliance too, for things like GDPR. Download the free Power BI application today and start turning your data into smarter decisions for your business.
Okay, so that was another video about, so let's get started with some of the basics and the foundation. So let's try to understand what are some of the basic capabilities of Power BI. So it enables you to connect with different multiple data sources. Now you're also able to connect with multiple sources in a single file, not just one source. And also probably you noticed in the video, it spoke about having, data, connect to data which is on cloud, which is on premises. What is on premises? On premises is where you have a physical server, in one of your premises, and the data is stored within your physical environment. But with cloud, it's more scalable. It has more security. It has better backups. You don't lose your data that easily. So there are a lot of leading cloud services which you're probably aware of. There's this Google public cloud. There's Azure, there's also Amazon Web Services. These are some examples. But basically, you can connect with data which is on cloud, on premises, or anywhere, even if it's on your local desktop, like an Excel sheet. And that's what you can do first. And then you can transform the data. What do you mean by transform? If you have ever heard of the term called ETL, which is extract, transform, and load, which is usually something that you do with data to basically clean it, make the data in such a way that it is fit for then creating a visualization out of it, a chart or a pie chart or a bar graph out of it. Why do you have to do that? Because the data that is collected from the source systems, there is a lot of irregularity in the way it is collected. If it is collected by an app, there's a chance that the format is in a way for that app to process best, but may not be in a form to create a visualization out of it. When you're entering data manually, sometimes you also use manually entered data to create a visualization. There also you'll see a lot of human errors and that kind of stuff. So that's where you need to basically clean the data and transform it in a way that it's fit for you to actually load it into a dashboard. You're also able to model. Now, what is a data model? Data model is basically, there are different types of data models out there. But basically the relationship between multiple sources or tables, if you're familiar with SQL or SQL, you probably know how you can join tables, do a left join, right join, inner join, based on the common elements using a primary key, which is basically just a column that is common between two tables. All of that kind of modeling is basically, you have different data sources, different tables, you stitch it all together into a model which has one table connected to another one, which is connected to another one through different, lookup keys or different specific columns which are common across those tables. So that's where you're modeling, you're defining relationships, and you're also defining certain calculations, which are some additional metrics that you would need to report on, not just your data from the initial source. You want to calculate maybe some percentages or some kind of calculated metrics. This is the bigger circle or the bigger part of it all, which is more visible to everybody, right? Which is visualizing. create compelling charts, mobile friendly views. If you remember from the Power BI video, it spoke about having an app where you can download and actually view the dashboards on that app, and that kind of stuff. You can pin everything onto a dashboard. So basically there is something like a canvas, which is your report, Power BI report, where you basically create all of those charts and everything. You create it in a rough format. Then what you do is on the final dashboard, you pin some of those charts. It's like, use the pin function. So that's where you have the final dashboard, and this is what you may be eventually sharing with people who are going to use that data, or to your clients, to customers, or to other stakeholders who are going to use the dashboard. Okay. And then you have data analysis. So once the data is in the dashboard, that's not the end of your work, right? Ideally, more time should be spent on deriving meaningful data, meaningful insights from that data. That's where you need to create, do analysis of that data. Usually you can do it in different ways. There's a set of analysis that Power BI in itself can do for you, but you also need to think about it, make hypotheses, create, make decisions, because without it's not completely AI driven yet. The world isn't. There's still some human intervention where decision making and some of those things are where humans are actually, then you can also create insights and actionable recommendations. So if you are part of an agency who's creating a dashboard and sharing it with the client, so you're basically a consultant sharing a dashboard with the client, then you need to also share a set of actionable recommendations. Don't just tell them that these are your top 10 products. Tell them that, okay, this is a product that should be in the top 10. It is currently not in the top 10 due to such and such reason. This is what the data is telling you. So this is the next action that you should take, because all insights should be actionable. There's something called as, good to know stuff. And then there's something called as, stuff that can, that you can directly take action on. The good to know stuff is not of any value. Clients will stop paying you after a point if they are sharing some stuff that is good to know. But you need to keep sharing insights that are actionable, make a change to the business, and have an actual impact on their business, right? And then eventually you can share it, so you can publish to the web, and you can use secure sharing to publish to the website, or Power BI service.